we are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Tonight, we culminate pivotal Week 14 with a great Monday night matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. This defense for the Vikings, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Taking it about the 36. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
On the ready.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A former Seminole back home in Florida. It's Dalvin Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he will have a Vikings first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
17 yards, first down, Vikings.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protecting himself as best he could while completing the play.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, break.
From the gun, it's Tua. That's into the hands of Edwards. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 15-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Well, last week, he found his way in the backfield from that linebacker position for 4 tackles for a loss. Another one there, first quarter.
Yeah, help me out, because we watched tape together before this game. We were watching what he did last week. Did that field tilt in his favor where he was just running downhill?
Looked like it.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? It felt like it on that play as well.
So just 3 yards of conversion there. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Sterling Shepard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Go!
On play action, they'll throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And that's complete to Shepard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's again to Cook. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Dalvin Cook, so good in the open field, but he's equally good down here near the goal line. He can find those seams and just push his way through. So he might get another chance or two to punch this one in.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kareem Hunt, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter, his 2nd sack of the night, and that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength. I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Running for it, here's Cook. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They only got a couple, but a couple is all that they needed as they convert on 4th. They run again on 1st down. Cook. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Hunt will score. Touchdown, Vikings. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're... All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this 1st half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 26 yards. And the Vikings continue to pull away here in this 1st half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it is 28-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They'll swing this out to Fournette. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yes, the game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that. So I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And some room to maneuver. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. A big play there for Minnesota. 56 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through and breaks tackles. And then they finish with, don't fumble.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kareem Hunt on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Let's go now.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brian Asamoah working his way in to pick up the sack. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? I mean, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they'd have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Here's Jake Camarda now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken right on the 30. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worse with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Room to run. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. They run it again with Cook. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game. He
has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Bucs are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that. But I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. On the draw, this is Fournette. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He completes this to Russell Gage. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
Hurt! Hurt! Right there, hurt!
They'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 18 yards there, down to the 18, and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Cougar 19!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Lewis-Seen. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series because drives like that, that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Jalen Guyton, 76 yards. And the Vikings have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Okay, ready?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. Uses the stiff arm. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. And he comes back with one complete.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Here we go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 54 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
First down, Vikings.
And this is Shepard on the jet sweep. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with the tackle. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. They find some open field here. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They run again with Hunt. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Brian Edwards. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Hey, check that, street.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking downfield for Godwin. It's caught at the 10. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 65 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They go play action here on first down. Toward the pylon, caught. That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Come on. Hey, 70 Ranger. 19 tight. 79 Broncos. Go.
2nd and 2. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. 70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you'll have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And this is going to be incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
19, Tiger, 19.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Trap 60, trap 60. 19 Lions. Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
But when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
Hold it ready. Pat the street.
Back to throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The fourth down pass from the 5 falls incomplete. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
On the ready.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Set, hut. Ready?
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Vikings
They run the counter with Cook. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
90 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Cook up the gut. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. And he's going to come up a few yards short, brought down at the 45. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
Let's go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. He'll get it inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Piñeiro's extra point up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable in the final quarter of play. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series. To be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the 4th, Charles, it's really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result. This is Super Bowl-esque, and they've got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
They run right side with Hunt, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Danielle Hunter in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Well, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. He'll look to throw. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like in the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Lewisine. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. A quick pass here to Godwin. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down.
At the 13-yard line.
Usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Vikings, the win is their 5th of the year as they move to 5-8. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they're squarely in play for next year mode now as they drop to 2-11. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins.